Hello, students. Welcome back to Mental Ability series. Today, in the series, we are starting with a new chapter named Logical Venn Diagram. So, you must have a question in your mind what exactly Venn diagram is. So, I'll be explaining you first what exactly a Venn diagram is. Then, how it is used, I'll explaining it thereafter, right? So, a Venn diagram is an illustration that uses circles to show the commonalities and differences, or we can say the similarities and the differences between things or group of things, right? Here you can see a diagram where there is a common part in both the circles, right? I have marked this part as well. This is the common part. This shows that whatever things this circle is representing, that is circle number 1, and whatever things that circle 2 is representing, having something in common, and that common thing will be represented here, that is 1 plus 2. I will write it here, that is 1 plus 2, right, which is in common. And this portion, that is only 2, right, which is not common for both, is representing how the circle number 2 is unique, and this portion represent how circle number 1 is unique or different from circle number 2. This is how this is how these circles are used to represent different things together, and this representation with the help of circles we called as Venn diagram, right? So today in this chapter we are going to deal with some representations of things with the help of Venn diagram, right? For that, today we are going to deal with 11 different questions where we are going to talk about 11 different things, 11 different group of things, right, which will be represented with the help of these circles. And now you have to answer them. In exam, you may face 3 to 4 different kind of problems, and here in this video we are going to deal with all 3 to 4 different type of problems related to Venn diagram. I hope you find this chapter well now. We are starting directly with a question. So the direction as well as the instructions for the first kind of questions that can be done with the help of Venn diagram. And even in Venn diagram we have multiple cases. So the case 1 is here, right? So you read it carefully and understand what is to be explained by this particular set of instruction, right? So instruction says that an object is called a subset of another object. So mark this word subset of another object if former is part of later, and such relation is shown by two concentric circles. Like if I show you this thing, in the first part, if I represent a pencil and a stationery, so we all know that where we find a pencil, definitely in a stationery, right? So for this part, if I draw a circle, and this circle represent what? Stationery, right? This circle represent a stationery. So as I said, where we find a pencil, if a pencil is represented by a small circle, so where you will find a pencil? Inside the stationery or outside the stationery, right? It will be inside the stationery. So this small circle is for pencil. I hope this part is clear, right? So this thing, these two concentric circles are the diagram or the Venn diagram representation of the question given is pencil and stationery. If I talk about brinjal and vegetable, don't you think brinjal is itself a vegetable? So if I use this circle to represent what? Vegetables, so you will find brinjal is a part of vegetable itself, right? So the small circle inside the vegetable will be brinjal, right? Will be brinjal. I hope this part is also clear. So this is a set and this is a one more set, right? Now we have seen another thing, that is chair and furnitures. So students, what we called a chair, chair is also a furniture. So if I said this outer circle is representing what? Furniture, right? Furniture, furniture, right? So the outer circle is furniture, so definitely the inner circle is representing nothing else but a chair. Now this forms the third pair, right? And this particular thing, right? This is the Venn diagram for all three cases. In this, the common thing is a circle followed by another circle. There are two concentric circles. It means these three situations, either it is pencil or stationery, brinjal or vegetable, chair or furniture, will be represented with the help of this Venn diagram. For the better understanding, you will see this figure here as well, right? So here you can see that it is very clear from the above relations that we have just read that one object is part of other. Like pencil is part of stationery, brinjal is part of vegetable, and chair is part of furniture. I hope you got this point as well. Hence, all such relations can be represented below with the help of concentric circles, right? It means whatever thing is there is inside this circle, the outer circle will completely lie also in the inner circle. This is something, the basic graphical or the Venn diagram representation of these kind of situations, right? So if I said vegetable, and if I pick a name of any vegetable, let's say potato, so potato will also be there, right? So you are able to solve this question, right? Now we are going to read the second case, right? So the second case says that an object is said to have intersection when there is only few things in common with the other object. Like initially we have read everything in common, right? That is here. Pencil is completely lie in stationery itself, right? So here, what we have seen, a intersection with the another object. When two objects share things in common, it means there are two different things that we are talking about, but there are very few things in common between them, right? So if I take example of the first case, so the first case says that a surgeon and a male. You know that surgeon is someone from the medical line, and definitely either he will be a male or a female, right? And males are covering all the boys or the men, right? So if I use this circle to represent whom? Let's say males, right? So don't you believe there are few males as well, those who are surgeon? So let's say only this particular part, the shaded part that I am using right now, is those male, those who are surgeon as well, and there are few females, those who are surgeon also. So it is not compulsory this circle is for surgeon, right? Now it is not compulsory that every male is a surgeon or every surgeon is a male, right? But there are possibilities that few males are surgeon as well. So this is represented male and this is representing a surgeon, and the center part is the common part, right? Which we called as intersection. Intersection represent it means the common part, right? I hope this thing is clear. Now we'll read the second part, that is politician and Indian, right? Let's say this circle represent Indian and this circle represent politician, right? Here I'm explaining you different kind of questions that appear in front of students. So don't you think politicians are not only present in India, they are outside India as well. In every country, they have their own politicians, those who are running government of that particular country. So, there are Indians, those who are politicians, will be represented by this shaded region. I hope you get this. And there are politicians, those who are not Indians. Like if I talk about USA's president or USA's any politician, they are not Indian, right? It means this part which is not shaded on the right side is a politician, those who are not Indian, right? Here there are Indian, those who are not politician, right? In India we have a population of 150 crores, right? Not every Indian is a politician. There are only few Indians, those who are politicians, right? So with this we are able to represent this part as well. Now if we look at the third part, which you can relate much better, right? So if I talk about, let's say, this part represent the educated people, right? Let's say educated people, and this part represent the unemployed. You know that in India the employment ratio is very less. There are many unemployed graduates. So those who are graduates, they are educated, right? There are few of them those who got job. There are few of them those who are not able to get any employment. So there are many people, those who are not educated and unemployed is represented by this side, and those who are educated but not getting any job as of now will be represented by this part, and those who are educated as well as employed will be represented by this part. So this is a simple Venn diagram representation. I hope this complete thing is understandable. So whenever you are reading anything, you must know how to make Venn diagram of that particular thing. Right now we are dealing with some basic things so that the basic concept behind it is clear to you all, right? Now I would like to move to the third concept, that is, first we'll read it again, which I have explained. Although I'm skipping this part now because I have already explained you this diagram. I have already explained you this thing as well. I'll read it again for you so that you'll get a clear understanding of what I am teaching, right? All the three relationships given above have something in common, as some surgeons can be male and some can be female, right? I have already told you. Some politician may be Indian and some may belong to other countries. I have given you example of USA's president, right? The third is educated may be employed and may be unemployed as well, because there are many educated or graduates, those who are not working somewhere. Maybe they are preparing for something, some exams. Okay, so they will be considered as unemployed as of now, right? And all three relations can be represented with the help of given figure that I have already explained you here as well, right? And here you see the same example. Now we'll discuss a third case in which two objects are said to be disjoint when neither one is subset of other. It means there is nothing in common, right? Nor they share anything in common. It means if I talk about a girl and a boy, they both are different. If I have only two words, let's say take an example here as well. Okay, first is girl, the second is boy. They both are totally different. So first circle represent the boys, the second circle represent the girl. This is the Venn diagram representation of both. It means they didn't have anything in common, right? Similarly, we'll have some other examples. The first example says that a furniture and a car. We know that car is not a furniture and not even furniture is a car, right? So if I use this circle to represent furniture, let's say, right? This is used to represent furniture and this circle is used to represent a car. So they both are different entities. I hope you got it, right? The second is a copy and a cloth. A copy is something in which we write. A copy is to copy someone, can have different meaning, right? So this circle is represent copy and this circle represent clothes. So they both are different. They have nothing in common, right? Now the third is tool. Tool is used to repair something which is not good, used by mechanics. And shirt is something which we wear, right? Which everyone wear. So all three examples represent different things. They have nothing in common, like nothing in common. So here you get things done, right? These are the three examples. Here you can see the clear diagram of the same. Here furniture refers to car, copy refers to clothes, and shirt refers to tool. But they all are totally different, right? Nothing in common. Okay, this is the clear representation of the same. Now it is clear from the above relationship that both the objects are unrelated to each other and hence can be represented diagrammatically as shown in the figure. I hope till here you have understand all the possible cases that I have explained. You know what exactly Venn diagram is. You know the exact application of Venn diagram, how it can be used to represent different things, different group of things as well, right? Now we are starting with the questions where you are supposed to read the questions properly, follow the instruction, made the Venn diagram of the same, right? Now here we are starting, right? Okay, there is instruction before we start. From the above discussion that we have did earlier, we observe that the representation of the relationship of two objects is not typical if student follow the above points carefully. So if you follow all the instructions mentioned and the instructions given by me very carefully, then you don't find any problem while solving the question. But the representation of three objects, till now we are dealing with only two objects, either pen or stationery, either it is weight or gym. So we find things, only two things are given and we are making diagram based on that, right? But the diagrammatically pose slightly problem when three objects are there before the students. A variety of such problem is being discussed in the following with the help of following example in this video. So you don't have to worry even if there are three objects, right? So I'm going to explain you with the help of examples and how you are supposed to approach for the same, right? So starting with the first four questions, the direction for the same is each of these questions given below contains three group of things, right? This will be things. You are supposed to choose the following 5 numbered diagram as depicted correct relation among the following things shown in the group, right? This is the examples. This is option A, where a big circle, inside we have two different circles. Here we have a circle and two circles intersecting the first circle, right? In the third part we have three different circles which have nothing in common. In the fourth circle we have a circle inside another, that is concentric circles, and a separate circle. So you can clearly see here as well what it is showing. It is somewhere explaining the first concept with two different circles. Here also again second concept two times. So whenever you have three things, you have to repeat the concept in the same problem. Here also nothing in common. So we have three different things, right? Nothing in common. Here this is the first concept and this is the third concept that we have used. So we are using three terms in this manner. So you have to check whether A, B, C, D is correct for these four questions. So we'll read the first question and we'll draw the diagram by ourselves and then we'll get to the answer, right? So we know the first term is moon, the second is earth, and the third is universe. We know that moon and earth are separate bodies which are present within the universe. So if I take for the first, that is, if I take this as universe, right? Let's say this is universe. right? Within universe we have Earth and Moon as well. So if I take this as Earth and take this as Moon, I hope I have explained all three things with the help of this diagram. So we know I think option A is there, which is representing this diagram, right? I hope this part is clear. Now we'll move to question number 2, that is India, Pakistan and Asia. We know that Asia is a continent, Pakistan is a country, India is a country, which both are present in Asia. Again, for the second question, if I consider this as Asia, within Asia I know India is there, right? Right? We know that we consider Pakistan as a part of India, but no, as of now, Pakistan is a separate country. So for that, Pakistan is a different country. Don't you think that we have represented all three things with the help of this diagram? So again, option A is correct. Options that we have read earlier, right, in the previous slide. Okay. Now, question number 3, what says? Batsman, a cricket and a stick, right? What you can see? If I click, this is a cricket, right? This is represented by cricket. Batsman is play cricket itself, right? So batsman is here. So if I represent this circle as batsman, what is a stick? Stick is used in golf. So I'll take it out, right? And this is our option number C. We know that. I hope you find this is option number D. I think we can check from the back side, right? Yes, this is our option number D that we have just drawn. So I think all questions are clear now. Now we'll move to the question number 4. Meanwhile, all options that we have did will appear by themselves, right? Till the time, focus on the fourth part, right? So a book, a pen and a pencil, right? If I represent this circle as pencil, now we are starting with the fourth question, right? Ignore that part, this will appear that we have already discussed, right? Now the fourth part. In the fourth part, we know that if I use pencil with this circle, I mark it as pencil, right? Now pen and pencil are two different things, like, so if I mark this thing as pen, right? Now a book. Don't you think there is any relation between a book and a pencil? No. So we'll mark book as separate entity. So you can see that all three different circles are representing this thing. And this is represented in option number C. I hope you get all these things, right? I have marked as book. I have also marked pen. I have also marked pencil. They all are different to each other. It means they have nothing in common, right? So, and as soon as they have nothing in common, we'll represent them with the help of different circles, right? Now, we have discussed question number 1. We have represented them with the help of this diagram. Question number 2, we have discussed. Again, option A is there. And we have discussed with the diagram, right? For question number 4, we are using 3 different circles in order to represent 3 different things. For question number 3, we have a batsman, a cricketer and a stick. We know that batsman, let's draw a circle for cricket first, right? For cricket, we have drawn this circle. Now, batsman is someone who play cricket, right? So this represents cricket, and for batsman, we'll draw a circle, and this circle represent a batsman, and stick will be outside, right? Here as well, right? I hope this part is clear. Now, we'll move to the solution and read it once what it is written, right? Moon and Earth are part of universe, and therefore they are subset of universe. Hence, this can be represented with the help of diagram A. I'll redraw it for you so that you don't have to move back, right? With this, we are able to explain this question as well, right? This is nothing but the Venn diagram for the question number 1, right? India and Pakistan are subset of Asia. Hence, option A can be represented. So, option A is this. This is Asia. Inside Asia, we have India and we have Pakistan. So, this thing also can be represented, right? Now, third question. Batsman is a subset of cricket. Stick is something unrelated to cricket. It means if I draw this circle as cricket, stick is totally different. So we'll use it with a different circle. And batsman is the one who play cricket. So this circle, right? This is how the Venn diagram looks like for this thing, right? Now, fourth, book, pen and pencil. You know, book is something to read. Pen is something which having ink in it. Pencil is something which is having a graphite solid ink in it, right? So they are totally different, right? So we know that if this is book, this is pencil and this is pen, they have nothing in common. So this represents this particular Venn diagram. I hope this part is clear. Till question number 4, I think I have explained you well. Till now you have understand what is a Venn diagram, how Venn diagram is used, and how application of Venn diagram is helpful while solving these questions, right? Or to represent relation between things who having something in common, who are totally different to each other. All these things can be represented with the help of a Venn diagram. I hope this part is clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Now use this and try to draw the Venn diagram by yourself first. This is the approach for this question, right? What is the approach? I'll follow the approach in this question. This will be very helpful for you while solving the question as well. First, read the question. Which of the following diagrams correctly represent the relation among tennis fan? I hope you got this question. Which of the following diagram correctly represents the relationship among tennis fan, cricket player and a student? Let us draw. Like we have three things: a tennis fan, a cricket player and a student. Let's say this circle represents what? A student, right? I hope this thing is clear. A tennis fan. Don't you feel a student, like if you are a student, you love to watch tennis as well. There is no point in it that you cannot love, right? So there are some students, those who are tennis fan as well, but not every student. So I'll use this circle as what? Tennis fans. And this is the common area. They are the people, those who are student and as well as tennis fan, right? Now, a cricket player. Like if I take example of Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is a cricket player, but he loves football as well. So why any other cricketer cannot love tennis? And a student can be a cricketer, right? So all three things will be in common. So this double shaded is, first of all, this is a cricket player, right? Right. Now the center part, which is completely shaded, right? I'll completely shade this for you, right? This is the person who is a student, play cricket and a tennis fan, right? This region is a student who is a tennis fan, and this dotted region is a student who is a cricketer, and these lines are the cricket players, those who are tennis fan also, right? This is the Venn diagram representation, right? And this is in option number A. I hope this part is clear. So the approach for this question is, first read the question and draw a diagram, that is Venn diagram, by yourself. And as soon as your Venn diagram matches the option, mark it as answer, right? This is a correct approach while solving a Venn diagram based question, right? Now you can see option C and D, but as soon as we have drawn the Venn diagram, we know first option is matching with the diagram. So here we have our answer as well, right? Now again you can see option A is the answer. From the relation given in this question, we are observed that each of the object carries something in common to the other. A tennis fan can be a cricket player as well as a student. Hence the diagram A represents the relation. I hope this part is clear. Okay, there is nothing different and nothing difficult as well. As soon as you are following all the instructions, the guidance given in the previous 4 questions, you didn't find any problem with this particular question. You are supposed to follow the same procedure that I am following right now. With this, you are able to solve every question within no time and the shortest span of time, which is very helpful for you in the competitive exams, right? Now, we'll move to the question number 6. Here, Now, when you are very well aware that the question is based on the Venn diagram based question, so you can directly look for the entities. The first is smokers, second is cigarette smokers, third is cancer patient. Now, the first approach is make diagram by yourself, right? For that, you can also see the possible Venn diagrams that is given. That is three circles have intersecting each other, two circles concentric, and a third circle intersecting both of them, three concentric circles and two concentric circles. So option D is already eliminated because we have three different entities, so we need three circles to represent three things, right? So let's say one circle is there to represent smoke, one circle smokers, one circle is there to represent cigarette smokers, and one circle is represent cancer patients, right? Now, if I talk about, let's say this is a smoker, like if a circle this represent what? Smokers. Don't you feel those who are cigarette smokers are also called as smokers itself, right? So let's say these are those. First of all, this circle represents smoker, this circle represent what? Cigarette smokers, right? So there is nothing difference. Cigarette smokers are also called as smokers, but in smokers there are many things to smoke. You all know that, right? In village people used to smoke multiple things, right? But specifically cigarette smokers are also called as smokers. That is why they are inside this circle. Now the cancer patient, we know that smoking is one of the reason of cancer. So if those who are having cigarettes can also acquire cancer, can face this problem as well. Any other thing other than cigarette, if they are smoking, then also they can acquire cancer. But cancer is not only happen because of smoking itself, right? There are many other things as well. So this circle intersecting both the circles, right, will represent what? A cancer patient. I hope this question is clear, right? And we have made our diagram. As soon as I said we are able to form your diagram, you can see which option matches. Okay, option number B is matching, so don't hesitate while answering. Option B is your answer, right? This is so simple questions that as soon as you are able to drive the relation between the given conditions or the given words, you are able to form the diagram. And as soon as you are able to form the diagram, you can check which option is correct and mark your answer and move forward. So similarly, now we are moving with some different set of questions. Before that, I have already explained you this thing. You can read it or I will read it for you once in this video, right? Cigarette smokers is subset of smoker. So cigarette smoker is subset, matlab subset means that they are also called as smokers, right? And cancer patient may be a smoker, cigarette smokers or non-smokers, anything, right? Hence the third shares a common relation with the first and the second as well. So our answer will be this: a smoker, a cigarette smoker and a cancer patient, right? This is our answer, which is option number B. I hope I have explained this part well as well, right? Now we'll move to the next question, next set of questions. Now we'll follow the instructions given till question number 11, right? So first for that we will read and make sure. Now this is a different kind of questions where we are not using only circles, we are using square as well as triangle. Now this is a totally different question and totally different procedure will be followed to solve this question. So make sure to note the procedure that I am following, right? So the first thing is to read. I will write it here itself, right? The first thing is read question, right? Second thing that I'll tell you, in the following diagram, three classes of population are represented. Three classes of population are represented by three figures. The triangle represent, mark it, the triangle represent the school teacher, right? We can mark it here. Triangle represent school teachers and the square represent the married person. Square represent the married person. It is clear till here. And the circle represent the persons living in joint family. Okay. Person living in joint families. I hope this part is clear, right? Now we know that if we talk about school teachers, so within triangle we have three, FCB. We can write it here, FCB. Very nice, right? Married persons are within the square. So within square we have A, D, B, C. Which one? A, D, B, C. So you can say that B and C are married persons as well as school teachers. You can figure out these things now because now we are at 7th question, right? And a circle represent people living in joint family. So how many are there? E, B and D. Now as soon as you are able to finish this part, second part is write or note instructions. Okay. Third, mark important points. There are 3 steps till now that we have followed, right? Now we will read the question first. So, married person living in joint family. So yeah, remember one thing, married person living in joint family but not working as a school teacher. So we need what? A married person who is a school teacher. So a married person who is a school teacher. What is common in this? B and C, B and C. So B and C are the married person. Those are school teacher, but not living in school, not living in joint family. Right? So what are they? Only B is there and B is living in joint family, right? So C will be the answer. Till now we have 2 things in common, that is B and C. And who is not living in joint family? B is there, so it means B live in joint family and C do not. So C will be your answer. Option number A will be your answer. I hope you find this well, because we know that married person living in joint family are B and C, but B is someone who live in joint family as well, right? Okay, I will reread this question. I think I have made a mistake. I'll change it, right? Married person living in joint family. Married person living in joint family. So what is common here now? That is only B and D. B and D and B and D. So B and D are the married person living in joint family, but not school teacher. So B is a school teacher, D is not, right? So D will be your answer instead of C. I hope now this question is clear, right? Now we'll move to the next part. That is person who live in joint family, right? We need a person who live in joint family. We know the person live in joint family are EDB, right? The person who live in joint family are EDB. Are unmarried, right? Who do not work as school teacher. First of all, what we need? They are unmarried. So those who are married are, so we'll remove B and D, right? So this, from this part, they are unmarried. So we know that B and D are married. So we'll remove this, right? And do not work as a school teacher. Who all are school teachers? FCB. So we remain with only E, right? So we know that person who live in joint family are E, D and B. The person who are unmarried is married are B and D. So left is E, and E is also not work as a school teacher. So we'll get C as our answer. I hope this part is also clear, right? married teachers living in joint family are. It means the person should be married, the person should be a teacher, and it should live in a joint family. So we need all three things. So this thing also you can solve with the help of diagram. You need to find which of thing is present in all three figures, in circle, square and triangle. We know that E is not, right? D is not present in triangle, A is not present in circle, C is not present in circle, F is not present, only B is there, right? So for this, only B is the person who is married, teacher, living in a joint family. I hope this part is also clear, right? Now we'll move to the next question. That is, school teacher who are married but do not live in a joint family. Now what we need? A school teacher who are married. So you can go back to your diagram that you have made. A school teacher who are married. What are common? That is B and C, right? So in question number 10, a school teacher who are married. So they are B and C, but do not live in a joint family, right? For that, we know that B live in a joint family, but C does not, right? So school teacher who are married but do not live in a joint family. So B lives, C does not. So B will be cancelled, C will be your answer. I hope this part is also clear, right? I think till here all 10 questions are clear. In the previous few questions we are making the Venn diagram. This time we have the diagram and we are figuring out the questions directly with the help of this diagram, right? Now the 11th and the last question for this chapter, right? For this direction, right? School teacher who are neither married nor do live in joint family. So we need a school teacher who is not part of anyone or anything else, right? So you can see a school teacher is represented by triangle and only F is there, which is not part of any other figure, right? So F will be the answer in this case, right? Here you will find directly your answer, right? F is a school teacher who is neither married nor live in a joint family. I hope this part is clear, right? Now, solution, right? Although I have discussed each and every question, but again I'll read solution for you, right? So for 7, C is a person, married person living in a joint family are represented by the region common to the square and to the circle. D and F, but according to the given condition, the person should not be school teacher, so B is excluded. Hence, the required condition is donated by the region D. This is the part. I have already explained you things in the previous slide, right? If I go back to the question number 7, now you know what all things we have did here, right? D is our answer, right? So similarly, for question number 8, it is represented by the region number E, right? For question number 9, it is represented by region B. And for question 10, it is represented by option number A, that is region C, right? Again, for 11, option number A, region number F. These are the things, right? I think till here we have discussed. You all know now from this chapter, we have discussed what is Venn diagram, right? Its application, right? Third is questions based on diagram if given, right? This is also there. Now the last thing is direction or finding things in common or different. Now, in total we have discussed 11 questions in this chapter. For the first few questions, for the first few minutes I have explained you what are the different type of Venn diagram representation, when things are common to each other, when things have something in common to each other, when things have nothing in common to each other. I have explained all these things. Then we have started with the question part, where I have explained you how if two conditions are given, how if three conditions are given, how are supposed to approach for these questions, right? I have explained you each and every question from my end, right? So this is all from my side for this particular chapter. So anybody who is facing problem with the Venn diagrams now, they can re-watch this video as well. In this video I have explained things very holistically, right? This will all help you in understanding the application of Venn diagram, right? For those who want to practice more, they can refer to the practice set of this chapter on website. Thank you students. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.